Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I feel a little dumb, and the reason why is because I've been making so many videos these days. I'm starting to run out of ideas and I have to kind of dig into my mind about what would be a good video for you guys. And there's a video that I kind of don't want to make because I'm going to give you a bunch of really amazing ideas, and these are things that I've personally done. A lot of them, not all of them. And they're such good ideas. I'm wondering, like, do I really want to create competition for myself? And I don't know, this video is probably only get like 100 views or whatever, so screw it. I'm gonna make this video, and part of the reason as well that I want to make this video is that in light of the theme of my channel, which is debanking, what's really necessary for you to debank is you're gonna need your own income source in cryptocurrency. Now, I've made a few other videos about making money in crypto, but I think we need to talk about it more, right? Most people get crypto because they have fiat currency, which they made by their job or whatever activities they do. Then they put it into crypto, and then they're just going to sit on it. They're just going to hold it, and probably they'll end up just selling it back into fiat because they need stuff, right? And to me, what I want for you is to create a circular closed loop where you're making money in cryptocurrency and you're spending money and using it in cryptocurrency, right? None of this Bitcoin boomer crap where you're just going to sit on your Bitcoin forever. You're not going to spend it. I want you to, I've created this channel to give you ways to actually spend your cryptocurrency and use it in real life application. And this is going to be a video addressing how you can actually make money in cryptocurrency. Now, some of these the advice I'm going to give is going to be completely brand new things we've never heard of, and other things are going to be more obvious, but there's other things I want to suggest as well beyond even just the business, which is just try and get your employer or clients or whatever to send you payment in cryptocurrency. I made another video about that. You can look on my channel. Is it okay to request my clients to send me money in crypto? And there's also other things you can do as well, like you can get your there's like a service. This is in Australia, but I'm sure this is popular in other countries, where it's like some cryptocurrency service where it's like it provides you with bank details, and you get your boss or whoever you're working for to send your monthly income or whatever to this cryptocurrency company, right? It's based in your country, and then they auto convert those funds into crypto and they send it to you, and that way all the funds you receive are just in crypto. And of course they take like a small cut, but if your goal is to just purely be in crypto, this is one of those ways. So let's get into the video. So as I've mentioned, a lot of the things I've mentioned here, I'm going to mention in this list, are things that I've personally done. Maybe I don't do those things anymore because I find them not scalable, or I had problems with it. And some of them I do hardcore and I make a living off them, and other things are just things that I know would work well based on my experience with other people in the community, right? But I won't elaborate on which ones that I've gone too deeply into. But the first one that I can mention is peer-to-peer trading, which is something that I do, and it is bread and butter for me. Peer-to-peer trading comes under the umbrella of OTC, that's over the counter, right? Over the counter, most people would assume that means supplying large quantities of cryptocurrency for cash, but you don't have to think about it like that. You can provide it in a much smaller and scalable manner, and you can provide it in a variety of different ways, right? So the idea of peer-to-peer trading is you're engaging in something like what I call jurisdictional arbitrage, right? So when you look at a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchange and you want to buy crypto, everything is above market rate, and that's because each person that's providing this service is in a country that will allow them to conduct this kind of business, right? So there's only certain kinds of people that can do this. Like if you are from particular countries, maybe even Australia or from America, I don't know where, and you try to provide a peer-to-peer service, right? Like maybe you've got Payoneer, right? That's a payment service, right? And you're accepting Payoneer funds in exchange for Bitcoin. This could be running afoul of some law, perhaps, I don't know, or maybe you need all kinds of certificates, qualifications, you need a large setup, right? So it's unfeasible for a number of people in a number of different countries. You might be from a place where you're allowed to do that, and there's no problem. Or maybe you've gone the extra mile and you've actually set up the infrastructure in another country that allows that. So what's happened is there's few people that can actually supply this service, but there's all these people around the world that actually want this service. So the people that are supplying it can supply the cryptocurrency above market rate, and that's how someone can make a living off it. You've got one person that's selling Bitcoin at like 2%, 3%, 5% above market rate, and then when someone buys the crypto from him, that person turns those fiat funds that he received, I guess he puts it back into his bank account, puts the money from his bank account into the crypto exchange, turns it back into crypto, and then sends it back to the P2P exchange that he was selling on, and that way he's able to create like this arbitrage scenario, right? And you can do this at varying scales. There's people that a lot of P2P traders, ones you encounter on Bybit, OKX, or like these non-KYC exchanges. Referral link in the description below. If you want to get involved in P2P trading, use my referral link for a bonus on fees. You know, a lot of these people are from like third world countries, right? Vietnam, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, whatever. And the reason why is because the reason why I mentioned the word jurisdictional arbitrage is because these guys have found a way to just make like maybe $300-400 a week. Like they've just found a little niche, right, that works for them. And there are other people in other countries where they might have the opportunity to provide this service, but for them, they're like, why would I work 30-40 hours a week on this thing if it's only going to make $300-400 a week? But if you're from Pakistan and you're making that kind of money, you make $400 USD a week, you're probably killing it, right? So this is what I mean by jurisdictional arbitrage. So that's on a low level scale, but you can do it on a much higher scale. Like there are people that are multi-millionaires doing OTC. They've got their banks set up in Dubai, companies located, like the entity is located in Seychelles. They've got some other thing going on in Hong Kong. And they're probably, maybe even they're supplying OTC to exchanges, right? So you can go on a very small level and a very high level, and I think peer-to-peer trading is awesome. You can definitely make a living off it, and it's a great business. And if you're interested in getting involved in selling crypto via peer-to-peer trading, you can sell using my referral links for local CoinSwap, HODL, and BitValve. You can use the referral links in the description below. And these are non-KYC exchanges. And if you want to use a P2P cryptocurrency exchange that is KYC, offer a better rates, you get higher volume, etc., etc., you can use Bybit, Binance, and OKX. You can use my referral link in the description below. So the second one that I want to recommend, it's one that I have done before, and I'll explain why I don't do it so much, but even if you don't do it, I'm sure it's going to get your elements activating. It's a really interesting concept, right? So you can become a seller on Bitoff. So I made a video recently that you may have seen, how to buy products on Amazon using cryptocurrency. And I also made another video about how to buy Amazon gift cards using cryptocurrency. So if you go to P2P cryptocurrency exchanges, you will have the opportunity to sell your cryptocurrency for Amazon gift cards. As I mentioned, gift cards are not worth their retail value because it has limited use. You can only purchase products on that store. You can't use it as cash for other purposes. You can't use it to pay your bills. You can't use it to buy other things outside of that store. You can't. It's limited, right? As a result, it's worth less money. So if you're interested in buying those gift cards, you can get a neat discount. You can get a 40 to 20% discount. It varies largely depending on your reputation on said P2P cryptocurrency platform. On that note, if you are interested in checking this out, there's two exchanges that I recommend using. One is called Noons, and the other is called CoinCola. Again, referral link in the description below. A lot of plugs in this video, right? But you're going to get value out of it, so yeah, whatever. And these two exchanges, you can buy Amazon gift cards at discounted rates. So what you can then do is you can sign up to another website called Bitoff. I don't have a referral link for that, but you can just look it up. I'll leave a link in the description below, or you can look it up on Google. And Bitoff is a place where people can buy Amazon items they want using cryptocurrency, and the way they do it is they basically make an offer on this site, and they will put an offer, and they will wait for someone to purchase an item for them on Amazon. And the way it works is that this person who wants the item, he'll provide his address, and the person who's interested in fulfilling that order for him will buy the item for him and send that item to that customer. And in exchange, the customer will send crypto to this person. Well, it will happen automatically through the website. And the idea is that this person who's fulfilling the order will provide the person buying the item like a 5 or 10% discount, right? But this guy went to this peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchange, purchased a discounted Amazon gift card for like 20 or 30%, and then he's arbitraging the difference. So he's like exchanging a 30% discount for a 10% discount. So he keeps 20%. That's the idea, right? He's just playing in percentages. It's a really interesting game to get involved. And again, if you're interested in playing with this kind of stuff, you can use my referral link in the description down below, and you can get involved with it. My experience is, though, it can be a little bit difficult to scale because you're going to be in constant conflict with Amazon. People use gift cards. There's typically no problem. But if you're just going to keep using lots and lots of gift cards on Amazon will eventually just shut you down, just because they're like, what the heck, this guy is just using tons of gift cards. And understandably, there are a number of, and sadly, there are a number of scams where I'm sure you've seen those Kit Boga videos. Redeem now, sir. Oh no, do not redeem, right? And they're trying to get old people to buy gift cards, and then they try and sell them. So if someone starts redeeming thousands of dollars worth of gift cards, Amazon assumes that it must be from some kind of scam, right? And so you've got to be careful first not buying scammed gift cards. Just make sure they're all legit. I can make a video about that later to help you, because it might be kind of complicated if you've never been involved in this stuff. And secondly, it's just kind of hard to do this at a larger scale, but you can make money. And most of the people that I know who do this successfully, they've just gotten really good at creating multiple Amazon accounts, and they manage it, right? So it's like each Amazon account has like a maximum of like a couple of $100 worth of Amazon gift cards each, right? And et cetera, right? You can make money off it. I would like to know how to scale it up, but it's a complicated business, but it's an idea for you, right? Now we're going to move more from the specifically crypto to crypto world into, well, the crypto way of making money to like more normal ways of making money, right? Oh wait, before I give you that, there's one more idea. This is number 3. Actually, start your own exchange, right? Before I go into what I just mentioned, next one I mentioned is is starting your own exchange. Starting your own exchange, your own cryptocurrency exchange, seems extremely complicated. I would say, if anything, it's more about the money. If you have the money to invest in it, then it can work. But the levels of complication it's more like, if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to do it, it's way too complicated. But if you want to do it, you can actually do it. And the way to start your own exchange is like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? You don't have to be a genius. You don't even have to be a techie. The primary way you're going to start your own exchange is you're going to white label it. So for those that aren't familiar with the concept of white labeling in business, right? There are many, for instance, like if you want to drop ship from China, right? You get these products from China, and they basically have no brand, right? They're these generic items, right? What you do is you go to China or whatever, maybe you do this online, and you just make sure that each item is branded. Like, you get the people producing the products to put your brand on it, then you sell it on Amazon or whatever, and you're able to have the price marked out because yours is an exclusive brand, right? And then you create your marketing around, your whole marketing strategy around said brand, and it's not just a normal generic item from China, it's like a special brand. That's the idea of, like, scaling up that business. But you can, that whole business concept is called white labeling, right? And you can white label for all kinds of stuff, and there are many services that provide this kind of white label thing for cryptocurrency exchanges. I have no referral link or specific recommendation for this. All I recommend is, if you're interested, look it up on Google, just type in white label exchanges, right? The first kind you can get is a traditional AMM exchange. That's a normal centralized exchange where you've got a list of buy orders and sell orders. They're automatically matched if the price is matched. That's one kind, and that'll cost you bare minimum is like 20k, and at the most, the higher end will cost like 100k. And that's not going to supply the liquidity on its own. You're going to have to supply your own liquidity, or a number of these white label ones actually will provide liquidity for you, but like they do it at a rate where it's like, they get like 1% of your profit or something like that. They have some kind of deal. Actually, if you are interested in that, you can message me. You can send me an email to my business email on I'll leave it on my YouTube about channel, because I actually know someone that can do that. That's one kind, right? It's expensive, but if you've got the money, you can do it. The second one is going to be less expensive. You can actually start your own P2P cryptocurrency exchange. That is much less expensive to white label. I think the maximum cost could be like 20k. You could do it for like a few $1,000s if you want. The reason why this one's so much cheaper and much less complicated is because the amount of complicated functions in a P2P cryptocurrency exchange is much less. And by the way, I just want to explain, by the way, the business behind, like, how you actually make money with these things. So on the AMM exchange, when I explained, think about it like Binance, right? When anyone trades on spot, like BTC, USDT, whatever, it's going to generate 0.1% of that whole transaction is a fee that will go to you, right? So if you get an exchange and you're able to get, like, we'll just say just a number that's reasonable, right? We'll just say $500,000 a week, which sounds like a lot of money, but trust me, if you get involved in this business, you're doing it long enough. Not even an extremely long amount of time. It's not a lot of money. Trust me. I know $500,000 sounds like a lot of money, but the idea is, if you're making like 0.1% off that, I can't think of the number off the top of my head because my brain is bad, and I need a calculator app. So $500,000 volume a week, 0.1%, $500 a week, right? And you think that's not great, but again, like, $500,000 in volume a week is not crazy, and you can always scale this up, right? And secondly, with a P2P cryptocurrency exchange, every trade on average you're going to make like 1% in fees, right? So it wouldn't be unnormal on a P2P exchange to do, like, I don't know, 50,000 a week would be completely small. I don't think that's crazy. Like, as you build up, again, like, if you haven't started this stuff at all, these sound like crazy numbers. I promise you it's not. But yeah, imagine like you make 1% a week on 50k. It's like $500. Again, you can scale these things up, right? And the last kind would be a DEX, right? You wouldn't necessarily even white label it. It's a kind of white labeling, but essentially you just hire someone probably to just fork the code of PancakeSwap or whatever. This is definitely going to require more technical skills, but if you have the money, you would invest in hiring people to put smart contracts in. But this is more complicated because it's hard to trust random people that you find to install the smart contracts on your DEX, right? But again, the business idea behind that is maybe you're the one behind the scenes providing liquidity, like the liquidity pairs on that exchange, and you're just farming it. I don't know. I'm not as familiar with this particular thing. All I want to explain to you is that making your own exchange it's a little complicated, but if you want to do it, you can do it, and it has practically infinite scalability, right? It's up to you. The make or break thing when it comes to doing this kind of activity is marketing, right? if you have any additional budget outside of the actual creation of the exchange, you should just go straight to marketing. If you find people, you will make money. That's as simple as that, right? But probably a lot of businesses are like this, but I do find this is very much the case in crypto, right? Like, look at the marketing budget, like of any major crypto, like top 100 crypto coin, right? It's all marketing, right? It's all marketing. So the next suggestion that I want to give you is more just normal business related, but you're going to appreciate this anyway. That's doing drop shipping / import export / just selling normal items like a Shopify store for crypto, right? It's not really that complicated. Just create any online store, sell any product. If you're already into drop shipping, if you're already into selling items on Amazon, FBA, eBay, any online store, you can just simply do the same thing but sell in crypto, right? Now, for those that are less familiar with this kind of concept, right? Drop shipping, for instance, I'll just quickly explain. You go to AliExpress, or you find some kind of cheap Chinese vendor online, and you just sell their product, but like whenever you get an order for that item, you just send it directly to the customer, right? So you might create a Shopify store, you'll list a bunch of items from AliExpress on your store, and all you're doing differently to traditional dropshipping is you're just providing crypto as a means of payment. Now, it's good that, in the modern day, we've got so many different ways of accepting crypto as payment. I think WooCommerce has, it's a whatchamacallit, WordPress plugin, or it's an API, and I'm pretty sure they have a crypto option. There's a number of other plugins and APIs you can use. A payment processor that I like to use is one called Coin Payments. You can look them up on Google, and it's really simple. Like, you could just put the API into your thingy. Like, I had someone else do it, so I can't explain it so well. I'm not even really a techie person, but you can install this API like onto your like Shopify store, and then when someone goes through and purchases the item, they will have to like send crypto in order to be able to fulfill the transaction. And it's a really simple business, right? And if you are interested in making money in crypto, this is a way to do it. It's a way to make money in crypto, so you can spend money in crypto, and it's a very simple idea. It's not genius or anything like that. But the brilliant thing is that you will be able to take more of an advantage, even though you're doing just a traditional business and you're simply accepting crypto. The advantage is simply the fact that you will glean more of the benefits of the price of crypto going up and down. So as we go, if you started right now, for instance, you will inversely benefit from the price of crypto going up more and more. And as we go into the bull market, more people are just going to have more money in crypto, and more of them are just going to want to be able to do something with it. And as a result, you're going to have more customers that way. But that also goes for everything else on this list. If you're going to start a crypto business, it's going to be highly affected by the bull market, like the one we're in right now and the one we're going to continue to experience next year. It's going to have a surge of growth. So that's another reason why you should just get into doing a crypto business, right? The next one I want to talk about is a similar, maybe even an almost identical idea to what I just described. Selling items in crypto, right? It could be drop shipping, import, export, Shopify store, whatever. Except what you're doing is that you're aiming the items towards a crypto consumer, right? Like for a very specific reason. So let me be more specific here, right? So there are, like, if you understand the crypto culture and community, right, there's certain things they just vibe with ideologically, right? So you may find this, many of them, I like to describe them as Ayn Randian libertarian types or anarchists, right? It would not surprise me if many people in this world, are very concerned about privacy, anonymity, and they're a little pessimistic about the way the world's going. What kind of thing would a crypto user also may be interested in, right? Maybe if it's in America, right? Well, I just had this idea, many of them are probably interested in like survival related things, right? And this might sound a little off the wall, but just hear me out, right? What if you sold certain, like, let's start off with like some ideas, right? Like on AliExpress, like you can sell a number of the certain survival based items. One of them I was just thinking of off the top of my head was like laser sights for guns, right? I mean, it is provided that it's perfectly legal for you to sell them, right? If you're selling it in America, there should be no problem. These are just things you can buy off AliExpress. Anyone can buy these things off AliExpress, right? But what if you were selling these things on your Shopify store for Monero, right? That's a cool idea, right? A lot of people would be interested, like in the crypto world, purchasing an item like this, provided they could buy it with Monero. Now, this is just going to be a generic, you know, like laser point for like a gun, and the value is added on by the simple fact that you can buy it with an anonymous cryptocurrency, right? Let's use another example. Maybe that example was a bit strange. There was a recent, I mean, I don't know how new this invention is. It's a walkie-talkie. Let me just pull it up. It's a new kind of comms device. You know what? Let me just research. I was looking this up yesterday, and I'm almost certain you can buy this on AliExpress, right? It's called a done. I guess I didn't write it down after all. But like, there's this. It's kind of like a walkie-talkie. Hang on a sec. It's kind of like a walkie-talkie. It's got like a 10-kilometer radius. Apparently, it's unjammable, and it's totally anonymous. And a lot of people are really into this stuff right now. You can buy it off AliExpress, right? Like, what if you were selling this kind of item for Monero, right? Like, a lot of people would be really interested in buying it for Monero. I mean, they could buy it somewhere else with, like, you know, then like in a normal way. But if they could buy it with Monero, that might get them more excited about it, right? So think about like something like Monero. A lot of people who use Monero are really into privacy, and they're really into doomsday stuff, and they're really into prepping, and they're really into just being like, they're really hardcore, right? Could you find an item that fits that market and sell to them, right? Now, use Monero as an example because Monero is it has like a very unique culture to it, and there's certain things that will just jibe with it. Another example that I guess you could also use is Bitcoin Cash. Like, Bitcoin Cash has a very unique community as well, and you could almost just sell any item for Bitcoin Cash. Like, you could create a Shopify store and sell it for Bitcoin Cash, and it could be anything. But there will be many people in the Bitcoin Cash community that would be interested in buying your items, provided that they actually wanted it, simply because it's in Bitcoin Cash. It's just that you're supporting the community, and so yeah, that's some ideas for you there. So we'll go on to the next one here. Digital marketing for cryptocurrency companies. So as I mentioned, the primary reason for the success of any cryptocurrency business, if you look at the top 100 coins, the majority of their budget is basically marketing. It all comes down to marketing. Most of the success, maybe all of it, is because of marketing. If it wasn't for the marketing, you would not know about a certain coin, you wouldn't buy it. And same for all these businesses. Like, if you started a business, the make or break point for you is going to be the marketing, right? And marketing is a hugely in-demand service in the crypto world that when, you know, everyone's going for gold, you just sell gold shovels, right? And digital marketing is a great service. Now, not everyone's a digital marketer, so you might think, well, how does this apply to me? But it may apply to you. It's not guaranteed to apply to you, but it may apply to you, right? So there's a few ways you can do it. One way that I would recommend, it's a way that I partially do, is an idea called drop servicing. So if you know the idea of drop shipping, like I explained, is you get a product from somewhere cheaper, and then you sell to someone who will pay you a higher price for it, and you just directly connect like the buyer and the seller, right? So you don't hold any product yourself, you're just connecting these two and you're keeping the difference, right? Drop servicing is a similar thing. So you know another digital marketer, for instance, right? He charges a certain price. What you're then going to do is you're going to reach out to as many other cryptocurrency companies out there, and you're going to say, look, I'm going to do all these things, right? You say, like, you know, if this guy is saying he does this, you just tell them you're going to do this, but you charge a higher price than him. And then when you get a client, you just get him to do the order, and that's the way of making money. That's if you're like on the lower level and you have zero experience. Like, this is a business that anybody can do. Drop servicing is something where, like, it doesn't matter how young or inexperienced you are, you can break into the industry doing that, right? Something that I can talk about myself with this, just to give you an idea for how I got into this industry, is that I do digital marketing, but I'm not the most expert digital marketer, right? If I wanted to totally break out into the world of digital marketing, I would have to compete with my peers who have like a decade worth of experience. So what I did was I did this kind of drop servicing where I rounded up a team of people who know how to do specific tasks within digital marketing, and they're experts at those specific tasks. And I got like 5 people. I just kind of made a list of 5 people who provide 5 different services. Then I made a package, and then I went around and I did a lot of email outreach, and I talked to a lot of different businesses. I'm talking to them in real life. I'm networking them, handing out business cards, and I'm saying, this is my team. This is what I'll do for you, and this is my package. And I basically work like on a remittance, so they pay. Sorry, not remittance. Anyway, I'll just say, they pay me on contract, and I get paid every month for that, right? And also, I like added another element to that because I do all this stuff in China, so I'm providing digital marketing services in China to cryptocurrency companies who want to get their foot in the door of the China market, right? So I'm managing my team in China. And my goal is mainly just to find clients, and I'm a project manager. And there's some things that I do that I have certain like unique skills in, and I do provide to this overall package that I'm providing. So it's not totally drop servicing, but this is something that anybody could do, right? And here's another example as well, right? Maybe you don't want to do that, but here's another idea, right? You could do the same thing by like reaching out to a lot of cryptocurrency companies and offering them KOL service. KOL stands for key opinion leaders, and what that is, it's kind of like a social media influencer they're well respected somewhat in that space. And what you can do is you can just go on Twitter, Instagram, go on any social media platform, and maybe you just scan for all the crypto influencers over like 20k followers on Twitter or 20k subscribers on YouTube, and you just message as many people as possible, and you ask each of them how much for a shout out, and many people will say like, $100-$200, right? And then you're gonna message like tons and tons of potential crypto clients, like in the crypto industry, and you say, I'm gonna do digital marketing for you. I'm gonna get 5 different influencers on 5 different platforms to do a shout out for you, right? There'll be one on Twitter that happens week 1, then there's gonna be one on this platform on week 2, one on this platform on week 3, and you can show them their Twitter profiles, say like, this guy's got 20k, this guy's got 30k followers, this guy's got 50k, and you're going to provide it as a package, and you're going to like, if it costs you in total $1,000 to do it, you charge your client $2,000 to do it, and you make them do it with you every month, right? That's an idea for crypto business, right? Digital marketing for crypto. And then, of course, to top it all off, the most important thing is, because they're in the cryptocurrency business, you ask them to be paid. You ask to be paid in USDT, right? That's how you're going to receive payment. That's pretty much non-negotiable, right? And then you're going to pay the people that you work with in USDT, which is, look, if everyone's in the crypto industry, that's not some strange thing, right? The next one is writing smart contracts. Now, this is something that's not going to be applicable to everybody. Not everybody can do this. You have to be already into coding. You probably have to already know Python, JavaScript, before you can actually learn about Solidity and maybe like Rust or whatever, and some of the other ones. That'll take time to do. If you're interested in doing it, it might take a year to learn. That's with someone from a coding background. Now, the reason why I want to mention this is because I know a number of people that have learned Solidity, and they don't really take it seriously. They're not seriously trying to use it to make money. They're not going into business for themselves. And I always thought it was crazy. So I'm making this recommendation for you because I feel like there's a number of people watching this video who has the skill set and is probably very advanced at it, but they don't know how to make money in it. So I want to tell you, for those that are on the fence about doing this, I want to remind you, well, maybe you don't know this, so I'll tell you, that during the 2021 bull run, there was such a demand for people doing this kind of work. The people that put themselves out there, not these people sitting on the sidelines learning about it from on some boot camp, the people that knew about it and were putting themselves out there were able to charge stupid amounts of money doing the most basic tasks, right? I'm talking about people that were like forking pancake swap, or these ohm forks, if you know what these things are, right? Frequently, these people would go into Fiverr and then say like, I'll make your own pancake swap, I'll make your own DEX, I'll do these things. And frequently, they were just forking the code, right? And many people who were crypto rich at the time and they wanted to get involved in a crypto business, kind of like the stuff we're talking about here, they have a bit of money, they're willing to pay someone, just simply fork some lines of code and do it for them, right? Now, some people might want things that are more complex, but the idea is that you can charge a stupid amount of money when the demand's right. Now, look, we're already basically at all-time highs, right? Like, now companies are crypto rich. They're willing to do these things, right? They're willing to invest in people that will write lines of code for them. And even just normal retail people might just be looking to diversify their assets and get into a business, right? You can provide that for them. You can simply just fork a line of code. Maybe you've learned like just one particular smart contract function that might be useful. Maybe you've learned about it from somewhere, and you just provide that one service to as many people as possible. Do email outreach, go to networking events, hand out your business card, go into many of these Facebook groups, LinkedIn, just reach out to as many people as possible. And then when you've got enough people who know you, when the price goes up and when more demand goes up, I specifically remember people making like 10K just forking pancake swap, right? Each time, multiple customers, right? It's a stupidly easy way of making money. Now, the last one that I want to mention is not it doesn't seem like a serious recommendation. I made a video about it recently, and it's simply just getting like whatever money you're receiving from your job. If you have a sales job, if you've got you may be making a commission, maybe you've got a business, you've got some kind of service you provide. Whatever it is you're doing to make money, simply just make a switch from accepting fiat and just request crypto. It's as simple as that. That's not even really a business idea. If you're already in business, then no problem, right? You just ask, right? But you should just start requesting to receive money in crypto. Now, I don't think it's an ultimatum. If they don't want to do it, then don't worry about it. But I made a video recently that I think you should check out. And the premise of the video was, there are as many crypto users in the world as there are people on PayPal, and crypto is undoubtedly a better payment system than PayPal, because PayPal pays you it charges like 5% every time you send funds for like a goods and services transaction, which is really stupid. So crypto won't charge that, so you get to charge a better rate. Another thing you can do to convince the people that you're working with, the people who are responsible for sending you money, is you can do this. Well, if this mainly works like if you're in business or you're negotiating with someone. Let's just say you're offering a service and the service is like 3K, right? That's what you charge. What if you say, hey, look, my service is actually 3.3K, but if you send me crypto, I'll knock off 10% and it's 3K, right? If you explain it like that, a lot of people will say yes. And ultimately, everyone's better off. Like, they're going to be better off because, it doesn't really cost much money. It's instantaneous, and also you're going to be better off. In fact, if you want, because let's just say if originally maybe you were using PayPal to accept funds, they're sending you funds buy goods and services, right? That's incurring you a fee of around 5%. What if you just knocked off that 5% for the person you're dealing with, and you know they save 5% of the money? That's another way you can do it, right? So you can, maybe they're paying you like 3K for the service, and you say, hey, if you send me money in crypto, I'll charge you $2,950, right? And that's another way you can convince people who are originally paying you in fiat to start paying you in cryptocurrency, right? Alright guys, that is all for my video. Before I go, I just want to mention, if you like these ideas, if you like ideas about debanking, subscribe to my channel, because I'm full of these ideas and spend a lot of time working on this infrastructure that allows me to do these kinds of things. And I want to tell these things to you because I think they're going to be helpful, right? And the big way in which that allows me to debank is peer-to-peer trading, and I keep going on and on about peer-to-peer trading. Most of this channel is going to be about peer-to-peer trading, and you can do peer-to-peer trading on a number of platforms. Number one is local CoinSwap, then there's HODL, then there's BitValve. Those are 3 exchanges you can use to do peer-to-peer trading. A 4th and a 5th one is called CoinCola and Noons. That's where you can buy gift cards. You can buy discounted gift cards with cryptocurrency via peer-to-peer trading on these exchanges. Again, description link in the description, referral link in the description below. You can also go with OKX, Bybit, and Binance. Those are centralized exchanges with pretty good rates when it comes to peer-to-peer trading, so you can check that out as well. And just on a final note, if you are interested in crypto marketing, you can send me a message, or you can go to my website, cybersprintmarketing.com, and there I offer a range of packages for crypto marketing, and especially for those that want to get involved in the China market. You can send me a message about that, because that's my speciality. And I also don't just do crypto marketing for people who want to get involved in China. Just anyone that wants to get involved in the China market, get more Chinese customers in mainland China, you can send me a message. That's my area of expertise, and I'm sure I'll be able to help you out. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. It's been a long video. I'll see you later. Peace.